Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is talking about the mid season trailer drop and all the tea that is being spilt with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills. Potomac, you guys know I'm always talking about Beverly Hills, but the Real Housewives of Potomac mid-season trailer is officially here. So let's watch it, and then we will have all of our comments and our questions and our thoughts about it, you guys. But before we do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. Check out the description box down below and shop our love collection. So with that, you guys, let's dive right on in. So this is the hot tea that is coming after the whole Mia versus Wendy fight debacle melee drama. Now, I will say this, I really hope that the Real Housewives of Potomac doesn't get too dark. I really don't want it to go the way of, Beverly Hills or Dallas or, New York, where it just gets to be too dark that it becomes no longer fun to watch. Like, I think that The Real Housewives of Potomac has been really fun to watch. I just hope it doesn't get too dark with all of the fighting, with all of the violence, with all of the colorism conversation, which is for a whole nother video. So let's just have a fun Kiki. Let's watch the mid-trailer season, and then let's comment and talk about it in a very fun and lighthearted way. So let's dive right on in and let's watch.
Why is this season like this? Well, what's next? Still to come on this season of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Did you get a flashlight and look at her coochie?
I did.
I'm glad you're excited.
This is a homegirl moment.
Everybody has met Jamal Bryant.
Did he kiss me? Yes, but not that night, like the next day.
I do still have some romantic feelings for him.
What are you thinking, man? Get some help.
She likes to watch, and Gordon likes other women. So you never said, pick me?
I would never sleep with your husband.
We're gonna have a private ceremony in Jamaica.
No, that's not even right. I should be there.
I wanted to talk to you about the prenup. Do you put an infidelity clause?
If anything happens to you today, your kids won't have their mother.
What about you apologizing to her?
Apologize for what, right?
She misunderstood your intention.
Man, that shit. Ashley, no, I'm trying to, no, I'm done. Her.
You just attacked people's family.
You the baby table. You're lying ass bitch. Shut the up.
There's so much I know about Robin Dixon, including Juan's other woman that looks like me.
Looks like you have blonde hair.
She's blonde.
That's why you sitting here lying your ass off because you are deflecting with this fake ass marriage.
I'm gonna cut one of them women out, Robin.
Karen Huger. She was in the house, in the bathroom. And I don't need my friend saying that I'm a prostitute. Karen's not here because y'all ran her out. They had so many rumors swirling. Let's get a mic first. This is gonna be good. Nice interact, yeah.
Ooh, you guys, it's going to be good. It's going to be juicy. All right, so now that we've seen the mid-season trailer, let's read the review on Reality Blurb and let's get into it. As always, we are going to comment, we are going to have our questions, and we are going to have a fun Kiki. Now let's go. It says, Wendy Osefo and Mia Thornton may have come to blows weeks ago on The Real Housewives of Potomac with Mia tossing a drink at her co-star, but that was just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the drama of season 7. In the just released mid-season trailer for season 7, Karen Huger and Charrisse Jackson Jordan are seen in a heated altercation of their own as both Karen and Juan Dixon face claims of cheating on their partners. Chris Bassett blows up over rumors and more. This is the thing. I get why Karen is so mad at Charrisse. Charrisse really was the one that initially brought the rumors of her cheating on Ray to the show. I think it was a couple of seasons ago when Charrisse was on the show and she said that Karen was allegedly cheating with security, like Blue Eyes or something like that. And so ever since then, Karen does not mess with Charrisse. But we also know on the flip side, Charrisse has been very bitter and resentful towards Karen because Karen really came on the scene and was like the grand dame. Charrisse got, fired basically from the show, now demoted to like barely a friend of. And I feel like Charrisse is just really bitter because she thought that she should have the place that Karen now has on the show. When it comes to Juan Dixon, Juan, I love you, boo-boo, but like you need to really stop trying to do the most, saying you're gonna effing cuss out some of the women on the show. There have been cheating allegations about you cheating on Robin for a long time now, for a very long time. There have been questions about your relationship with Michael Darby. And when I say that, that is no commentary on sexuality or anything like that. We keep it respectful and inclusive here. So no disrespect by that. So there has been all of that going on. Now, Juan, you are implicated in a lawsuit regarding inappropriate sexual behavior that allegedly happened under your watch with students at the university that you coach basketball at. So Juan, I think maybe you need to focus on that situation than trying to say that you're going to cuss out Karen or anybody else. Like, chill. These rumors have been going on about you forever. I actually think that Chris Bassett is doing the right thing. I don't think he owes Gizelle an apology or anything. Gizelle was reaching, she was lying, she was flip-flopping, she was doing the absolute most. And I think that if she had came to Chris privately and said, hey, you know what? I've known you for years. You've never been anything but cool towards me. However, this situation made me feel uncomfortable. I think if she would have done that, of course he would have been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I didn't realize this was happening. I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's not what she did. She was very calculated and conniving and manipulative. She went and talked about it to everybody but Chris and Candace. She did it on camera months later. Her story evolved and changed. 1 minute it was like him inviting. 1 minute she was inviting. 1 minute she thought the glam was there. She's all over the place, right? So I think that the way she went about telling the story of her feeling uncomfortable, he doesn't owe her a damn thing. In fact, I think she owes him an apology in this particular situation, because if you really felt uncomfortable, why did you handle it that way? So I'm team Chris on that one. I don't think he owes her anything. But let's keep going. After the sneak peek begins with Gizelle Bryant suggesting to a friend that she and ex-husband Jamal Bryant might have exchanged a kiss, and Ashley Darby admitting she still has some romantic feelings for estranged husband Michael Darby, Gizelle puts a spotlight on Mia Thornton's marriage to husband Gordon Thornton. All right, let's get into this. Now, Gizelle and Jamal Bryant, stop with the fake storyline again. Just stop it. Gizelle, Jamal doesn't want you. I know it might be hard to accept, but he doesn't want you. Jamal wanted some camera time. He wanted some reputation rehab after the whole debacle that happened last year with all of the women coming out saying that, they were his mistresses, all of the side babies coming out. He even said that it was just a fake romance because he was trying to do a solid because he needed a storyline. Also, don't forget he had this weird, breakdown on Instagram Live, and he was crying and talking, and he was all mad at Monique and the binder times. Like, it was just a hot mess. Jamal, I don't know why you're coming back on the show. Gizelle, I don't know why you're lying on our faces, acting like there's anything romantic between the two of you. Like, I don't even think he does drive-bys anymore. Like, I think there's literally nothing between the two of you. Like, just stop. Let it go. You should have left him living in your phone. He did not need to make this cameo appearance. It's very thirsty. It's very dry. It's very transparent. And it's also very whack. Now, Ashley Darby saying she still has feelings for husband Michael Darby. I mean, duh. Did anybody believe the separation lie? Did anybody believe that they're actually getting divorced? No, I've been saying this from day one. The separation is a fake. So Ashley could stay on the show, get that Bravo check, keep her 15 minutes of fame, and Michael Darby would not be obligated to film the show. It was a win-win for the both of them. Just like she said, they had a strategy in place. They wanted to be able to rehab his reputation because she's like, oh, now they're demonizing him. But remember when she read that whole press release that they were supposed to send out, but it got leaked before, and the press release was very like, we were together and we've decided and we're going to be cordial in our co-parenting journey and blah, 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 blah. It's just like, girl, bye, stop it. So, of course, she's saying she still has feelings for him because this will give them a reason to not continue the separation or the divorce that I don't think was ever going to happen anyway. And Ashley Darbo's uncle is looking at her like she's crazy because it's looking really whack, Ashley. It's looking really whack. You guys are still legally married. You still live in the same house. Just admit it. You have an open marriage. Nobody actually cares, and call it a day. All right. Gizelle. Ruining yet another marriage, ruining yet another friendship. Have we not noticed that Gizelle is the common denominator for a lot of friendships being ruined and a lot of marriages being, put in, under the spotlight? She's the common denominator. Gizelle was a big reason why Candace and Monique had their falling out and their fight. Gizelle was a big reason why they were coming after Wendy and Eddie. Gizelle is a big common denominator, coming after, Ray and Karen, coming after Monique and Chris. And now she's coming after Mia and Gordon by way of Jacqueline. So it seems like Gizelle was being really messy with the questions she was asking Jacqueline. Seems a little bit like Jacqueline may have taken the bait. And then, of course, Gizelle is going to go back and spin it to Mia. Of course, messy Mia isn't necessarily the sharpest knife in the drawer, is going to take the bait. And then it's going to cause a big fight between Mia and Jacqueline. And probably even issues between Mia and Gordon. If it's regarding Gordon sleeping with Jacqueline or Jacqueline sleeping with Gordon or them spilling the beans about it, whether it happened or not. Common denominator, messy, miserable Gizelle. Gizelle is right up there with Rinna to me, right up there with her. It's a hot mess, but let's keep going. She likes to watch, and Gordon likes other women, so you never said pick me. She asked Jacqueline Blake, who Mia brought to the show as a friend for season 7. Then, during a later scene, Jacqueline is seen yelling at Mia, I never effing slept with your husband. See? Messy Gizelle was the root cause of this breakdown. Gizelle, you're messy and you're miserable. You're messy and you're miserable, but I bet you she gets away with it. I bet you it just ends up with Mia and Jacqueline fighting, both of them still trying to be picked by Gizelle, and we'll see what happens with Mia and Gordon. Then, during this elsewhere, Robin Dixon discusses having a private ceremony in Jamaica. Girl, Robin, why? A private ceremony in Jamaica because A, you don't want to actually spend any money on the fake wedding, and B, if it's in Jamaica, maybe you can pretend like you got married, but you didn't actually get married. Because don't forget, a lot of these reality stars be having those fake marriages. Well, they'll have this, quote, ceremony, but there's actually no legality behind it. They're not legally married. It happened on Vanderpump Rules. Tom and Katie. They had a whole wedding. I mean, a whole wedding. And they weren't even legally married. Never signed the marriage licenses. Until years later, then they finally signed it. And then they shouldn't have even done that because now they're divorced. Anyway, so again, Robin, Juan, are you trying to do this private ceremony in Jamaica because you don't want to spend any money? And it's not going to be a legally binding marriage. Very similar to the house that you pretended you bought together. But then, good old Gizelle, messy, nasty Gizelle, told the truth and spilled the beans that Robin was the only name on the house. So another fake scam. Let's keep going. Dun, 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 dun. With fiance Juan before confronting him about putting an infidelity clause in their prenuptial agreement. And Wendy is rolled away on a stretcher as she's worried about leaving her kids with no mother. Oh, get well, Wendy. As expected, the accusations of inappropriate behavior against Chris haven't gone away, and during another scene, Ray Huger suggests Chris apologize to a woman who claims misunderstood Chris's intentions. We already talked about that, Team Chris. Chris is then seen speaking to Ashley, telling her, "No, I'm done," and then adding "F her." I'm guessing that's about Gizelle, and agreed. As for Karen and Charrisse's dispute, that happens amid dinner as teased in the mid-trailer. "You attack people's families," Karen yells at Charrisse, who is seated across from her. "You're a lying bee," Charrisse replies as she bangs her fist on the table. "Shut the F up," Karen replies as both women stand up. "Go ahead, show them who you are." Also in the mid-season trailer. Oh, wait, you guys. Hold on, here we go. Also in the mid-season trailer, Also in the mid-season trailer, Karen accuses Juan of cheating on Robin, saying she knows his other woman. "There's so much I know about Robin Dixon, including Juan's other woman that looks like me. She's blonde," Karen explains. She then tells Robin, "That's why you sit in there lying your A off, because you're deflecting with this fake A marriage." And the cheating allegations don't end there as Charrisse targets Karen. Karen Huger, "She was effing the help in the bathroom," she states as Karen later confronts Mia about her friend saying she's a prostitute. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. The drama of it all. Again, I think it's going to be really good, and I think it's needed because Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Potomac, they've both been kind of sleepy. They've been good but boring, kind of sleepy. So I'm excited that more is coming to light. It's just my hope that it doesn't go dark in order to become interesting. I like interesting, but I want it to be light, fun drama. So that's my only note for these guys, but I think a lot's going to come out. And of course, at the center of the majority of it is miserable Gizelle. She's really at the center of a lot of the mess. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you believe the cheating allegations against Juan? Do you believe the cheating allegations against Karen? What do you think about Chris? Should he apologize? Should he not apologize? What do you think about the upcoming fight between Mia and Jacqueline? Do you think it's really because Gizelle got in the middle of these two friends, planted seeds, and then lit the match and watched them explode? What do you think about that? Also, what do you think about Robin? And I wonder, what is Robin saying about Karen that sets Karen off to expose Robin? Because don't forget, Robin, this entire season, for whatever reason, really has been gunning for Karen in favor of Charrisse. Sliding her, being like, she's not the grand dame. The real grand dame is Charrisse. And don't forget, Charrisse also lied on behalf of Robin when Wendy said, "No, Charrisse had to physically restrain you from coming after me," and then the producers who were doing their job showed that back footage. So what is this new alliance between Robin and Charrisse? And why is Robin agreeing to go after Karen? Because I believe that Karen was provoked in what she was saying about Robin, because she said, "That's why you're saying all this. That's why you're deflecting, because your stuff." So obviously Karen is responding to something Robin said about her. I want to know more about that. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. And before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. Check out the description box down below and shop our love collection. With that, you guys, bye!
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!